Now let's think about terms relating to the renal system. So if we think about the anatomy here, we've got the kidney, one of two kidneys, and the kidney has an arrangement of pyramids, medullary pyramids like this. So they're the medullary pyramids. And urine comes out of the bottom of these pyramids, basically. The urine comes out there. And it's the urine's then collected in these calyces. So the urine's collected. And from there it's going to go into the ureter, going down to the bladder. Now, the term related to kidney is renal. So renal means to do with the kidney. So round about the kidney, for example, surrounding the kidney, very sensitive layer actually surrounding the kidney, thin membrane, but that's called the renal capsule. But it's renal because it's surrounding the kidney. This is the renal cortex on the outside, but it's renal because it's pertaining to the kidney. The medullary pyramids comprise the renal medulla. Renal medulla. And this area in the middle here, these are the calyces taking the urine down there, and this larger bit in the middle here, this is the renal pelvis, but it's the kidney, so it's renal pelvis. So you might see words like suprarenal, one word, suprarenal. Now the context here is supra means above. Renal means kidneys. So what you have is above the kidney you have the adrenal glands, round about there. But they're above the kidney, so they're suprarenal. That's kind of an old-fashioned term really, suprarenal glands. We tend to call them the adrenal glands these days, but it's a good descriptive term, suprarenal. Or you might come across a term, renocortical. Renocortical. So there, the reno part is the kidney, and then cortical, C-O, cortical, would be the renal cortex, this area, as we've said on the outside. The cortex of the renal, the cortex of the kidney, or reniform. Reniform would mean kidney-like, something was shaped like a kidney, for example. But the main term relating to kidney is a neph, sometimes with an O, neph or nephro. So for example, nephropathy. Nephropathy. So NEPHR is going to relate to the kidney, and we've got an O there, so that's also relating to the kidney. So nephro is the kidney part, and pathy, you probably know, relates to disease of. So nephropathy simply means disease of the kidney. Nephropathy. For example, there might be a nephritis. Nephritis. So there we have the neph part again, pertaining to the kidney. At the front of the word, the prefix. And I suspect you know that the part on the end, the suffix itis, whenever you see itis, means inflammation of. So nephritis will be inflammation of the kidney. Another term is pyelonephritis. P-Y-E-L-O. Pyelonephritis. Now we need to break this word up a bit. Itis, of course, is inflammation of. And you know the neph bit by now. N-E-P-H-R, neph is the kidney. So it's inflammation of the kidney, but pyelo means to do with the renal pelvis. So pyelonephritis describes inflammation, kidney, renal pelvis. So in pyelonephritis, there's going to be inflammation of the pelvis and the renal tissue, the renal parenchyma. Nearly always a bacterial infection, can be quite serious. So from that you might have heard words like pyelogram. Pyelogram. So pyelo we know means the renal pelvis, and gram, originally it meant written or drawn, but gram now really means a recording made by an instrument. So very often that might be an X-ray, for example. A pyelogram, visualizing and making a recording of or giving information about the renal pelvis. Still with the neph prefix. Nephrectomy, still the kidney, but ectomy means removal of. So that would be when a surgeon removes a kidney. Neph, kidney, removal of. Nephrectomy. Another one. Neph. Nephrolithiasis. So we can see the nephro part. Now, lithiasis relates to stones. So lithiasis is stones. Nephrolithiasis. A condition of stones. Nephrolithiasis. Stones in the kidney. And maybe the last one, Hydronephrosis. This is where urine dams back up into the renal pelvis. Now it says hydro here. Hydro means water. We know it's urine. It's not really water, but I suppose urine is watery. So hydro. Now the osis part on the end means a condition of. So hydro, water, kidney, condition of. A condition where there is excessive water in the kidney. So the main things to remember there, renal pertaining to the kidney, and neph or nephro also pertaining to the kidney. And then if we think about the other words that are connected with those, or the other prefixes and suffixes, we can normally work out what the word means. So we've got suprarenal above the kidney, renocortical, the renal cortex, reniform kidney shape, nephropathy, disease of the kidney, nephro, kidney, pathy, disease, nephritis, inflammation of the kidney, pyelonephritis, inflammation of the renal pelvis, and the neph, the kidney tissue, inflammation of, pyelogram, visualization of the renal pelvis, ectomy, nephrectomy, removal of the kidney, nephrolithiasis, a condition of stones in the kidney, and hydronephrosis, a condition of water in the kidney.